Hey girls and guys and girls. Okay, so I thought that he was done with me, but I'm back again with another video, okay, because he's just issued it into my spirit in only the way that he can, that this word needs to come out, okay? And it's because it not only will be on my hands, but it will delay who it's for. So I've got to get this message out regardless of how I'm feeling about the message. Okay, so it's based off of a dream, and this dream has multiple meanings. Like there's parts of this dream that will be separated into separate dreams, so that he can give you separate messages about those parts and what he's saying. Okay, but altogether the message is pretty clear in what he's doing. Okay, so he will use those little things, but the whole entire message will amount to the same kind of meaning. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If not, you'll see what I mean when I do these words if you watch them. Okay, so bear with me, get with me to the end, and we'll go from there. Okay, right, so I'm going to get into the dream part now. Okay, so I'm going to start from where I feel like it's relevant. Okay, so I've walked into this place that looked like a shop. Okay, like somewhere familiar to me, but it signifies danger as well. Okay, so I'll just point that point out. So I went in there and went to the cash point and said to the man, basically, I have a pair of shoes, like what's happening with them? And he said to me, they are coming, but they're just taking a little while longer. And that's when I've had the vision to see, like a luggage belt, like when you go to the airport and you've got all your luggage on there and it's spinning round and you just grab your luggage bag. It looked like that. So I was like, okay then, I'm just gonna go and take a seat. So I sat down. When I sat down, I was sat down next to two other people. One, of course, meaning the promise, and the other one meaning priceless, okay, and praiseworthy. And as I was there with them, talking, giggling, being affectionate and loving with them, even like hugging them and stuff, across from me there was someone who was familiar to me, who was sat there giving the evil eye to the two people that I was sat next to. So I was like looking backward and forward to see like what he was looking at, and at the time, the one of the people, the one that's name means priceless, was tickling the one whose name means the promise, right? So as I sat there, I was like, right, that's a bit weird. But then my thoughts got back to the person who was coming forward with the box of shoes. So as they've come and placed the shoes in front of me, I've opened the box, said thank you, but when I've opened it, one was a stiletto heel and the other one was a wedge heel. So I picked the wedge heel, which is something like I would do in real life, either wedge heel, small heel, or no heels at all. Okay, no, right? So I grabbed the wedge heel and I was like, they're nice and I love the color, but they don't match. So maybe I'll have to give them back. And then from there it switched, and I was sat next to someone I used to go to school with called Rimel, and he was looking out the window and I stroked his face. I didn't say anything, I just stroked his face, and he turned around and his face, he smiled, but then his face was really wrinkly, and then I woke up, right? Okay, so we're gonna take it obviously about the shoes, okay? But I gave you some insight to what the dream is. I may go over that dream part again in the other videos, so bear with me, okay? But as I said, all of it will come together, and hopefully you'll get the full meaning of everything that God is turning around and saying to you at this time, for whoever it's for, okay? So take what part is for you and leave what part isn't, okay? So what God will have me do is go and look up things, okay? So as in other dreams, pink means love, romance, okay? Shoes oftentimes means your journey, your life, okay, etc. And a stiletto, right? When you look up a stiletto, it says a knife or dagger with a long, slender blade and needle-like point intended as a weapon, okay? And when you look up a wedge, a wedge says a piece of metal, wood, rubber, etc., with a pointed edge at the other end and a wide edge at the other, either pushed between two objects to keep them still or forced into something to break pieces off it. See that spiritually, okay? Because it's a definition of, the stiletto is a definition of your partner, and the wedge is a definition of you. I say the wedge is of you because it's the one that I picked up and put on my foot, okay? Right, so I hope you can understand that part. So when he says with a pointed edge at the other end and a wide edge at the other, right, what he's saying here is you're sharp, but you've got a wide range, okay? There's a wide edge to you that you can sustain things, okay? No matter what it may be, okay? He's made you this way. You was made this way for a reason. And it can be the case of that you've either been pushed between two objects. So this person could have somebody else right now, and you're in the middle, or they could have a child and you're in the middle, whatever the circumstance may be in your life, okay? But it's been done this way so that you can break something off of this person, okay? Take that as you will. And now I'm going to give you the rest of the definition that he gave me, okay? Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain the stiletto. So this person, right, is sharp, okay? They're sharp in their wits, their mentality, their smarts, and they could be sharp in their appearance, okay? Slender, probably dress real nice, you know, probably look sharp in their face, like, you know, some people will say resting face, you know, or whatever it may be. That's what your person can possibly portray, okay? But they are there as, you know how we say put on the armor of God, right? This person is basically like your sword, okay? But the dagger, okay? So he's there as protection, okay? This person is coming in to protect you as well as love you, okay? Right, so let's get into what he's saying here. So let me just check that it's 100%. Yeah, it's actually recording. So what he's saying is, you've been waiting patiently for love to come into your life, and it is on the way to you in God's perfect order. Sorry guys, bear with me a second. Ooh. Now, this may be in God's perfect timing and order, but your marriage will look anything but orderly. What do I mean by that? Well, your marriage will look odd to you and to others. It wasn't what you expected, as you matched like chalk and cheese. Your partner is sharp, agile, and stunning. They may even be of a slender frame also, whilst you have some sharp tendencies, are slightly more built up, and believe you are average or below, which is never the case. You are beautiful, and never forget that. By sharp, it can mean here that you've got lots of smarts and you are well put together all around. Your partner your partner may seem overbearing at first and have you wanting to give them back to the Lord, because how does one become one with someone that doesn't match what you had planned or even envisioned for yourself? If you do this, this will be detrimental to you. If you decide to become disobedient and move out of alignment with his plan for your life, you will be cast off of the vine and placed back into the world where anyone can have you. John 15:6. If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown out like the branch and is dried up, and they gather them and cast them into the fire, and it's burned. No matter what it may look like, you was born for this. You can handle any load that is positioned in front of you. Where you lack, they have you covered, and where they lack, you cover them. Plus that little bit extra. Stop doubting yourself. Stop looking down on yourself, because the eyes tell lies. People will question your relationship and may even pass comment about how oddly matched the two of you are. But this man will stick by you and will shut the haters down. God would never place you in the hands of someone who would disrespect you like that. What he puts together, let no man put asunder. Matthew 19:6 says, so they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate. ESV version. So don't get it twisted. He isn't sharp for no reason. This man will be a real man, a leader, a lover, and a protector. So don't be quick to try and exchange him for what you believe will be a better fit, because you will end up with nothing worth writing home about. Also, I'm called to say, you are not the only one who may be having doubts. He's questioned God too. And that's not to say you are not amazing, but they also had a vision for themselves that possibly doesn't look anything like you. But God doesn't make mistakes. 1 Timothy 4:4 NIV. For everything God created is good, and nothing is to be rejected if it is received with thanksgiving. You have both been redefined, molded, and cleansed in Him. You are good. You are good enough, and it's merely going to require you both putting in some work. Just be thankful you have this beautiful man to call your own, because he emanates the beauty of God in human form. Don't give your blessings away. Stay. Okay. So I hope that message was loud and clear to who it's for. And yeah, stop doubting yourself and stop looking down on yourself. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, as always, and he didn't make any mistakes on you. Okay. So just keep going forward, and this is on the way. So I suggest that you start prepping and doing what you've been told to do. If that's go to the gym, go to the gym. If that's stop eating certain things, stop eating certain things. If that's clean up your language, clean up your language. Do whatever it is that you need to do, because you are going to be this man's help me. Okay, I know that this is geared towards a female audience right now, but if you feel like it's for you and you're a man, then switch it round. It's time for you to get yourself into that place where you love yourself a little bit more. Okay, so that this person can come in and show you what love is truly about. All right. Yeah, so I'll speak to you guys soon. Ciao.